Do you want a better way to practice? Do you want to become a master of hitting golf shots and controlling distance? Well, too often golfers grab their 7-iron and think that it needs to go max distance. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can best learn to control your trajectories. So what we're going to do today is, a lot of golfers, when they get to range, they'll get up there and just go out real hard and try and get all the snap, crackles, and pops out of their body. But in reality, what we want to do is we want to work our way up when we warm up to get that feeling of rhythm and tempo and the move and groove of the golf swing, right? So a lot of times we warm up with some wedges and we kind of get our blood pumping, and that's good. That's what we like to do. That way we work our way up to a full 7-iron, we're good to go. But what happens after you warm up? So after we warm up, there's still good ways to work on distance control and tempo and rhythm, right? So let's say, for me, a max 7-iron is in the 180 ballpark. Try to hit your 7-iron half that distance, right? So I'm going to try and carry the 7-iron 90 yards. And so we punch a little 7-iron out there. TrackMan throws up a number. Carry was 93. All right, so that works. Now you'd be like, Coach, I don't have TrackMan. How can I do this? Well, there's plenty of flags on the driving range. You don't have to go up the way I'm about to explain, but this is something I have my players do to work on feel and control. And so you may not be able to go 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, work your way up, but you can pick a target, change your targets, and work on different distances. So now let's try and hit let's see if I can rev it up 10 yards and hit a 100-yard 7-iron. This is probably going to be more like 115. 113, right? So let's make the next one. Since I didn't hit 100, now it's 113. You can either elect to try and sit there and hit a 100-yard shot, or you just keep moving forward. So let's just go to the next yardage, call it 120. See if I can rev it up just a little bit more. Nah, that's going to be the toe. That's going to be the 100-yard shot I'm looking for. So that was a little toe hook. That's probably 110. 108. So the reason for why I'm working on this is because I want to be able to feel how to carry different yardages, so that if it's a windy day, punch out underneath the tree, got different variables here. So let's go 130. See if I can make a better move at it. Go 130 yards. I don't know. That's probably about $130. Probably 127 is going to be my guess. Oh, 130. Thank you, TrackMan. But when I hit that 130 shot, I hit 130 shot and went too far left. So let's try it again. See if I can get it to go a little more at my target and not with a little bit of a hook bias. Well, that's a little fade bias. Not much of a fade, a little fade. Came up short. So obviously it looks like to me about 130 yards. It's proven to be a struggle yardage. Oh, hit that one good. See what that does. That's probably going to be a $140. I think I hit that one too good. We'll say 133. Oh, 138. I was right the first time. And so here, I'm just working through the bag, trying to get a feel for how to rev it up. So that was almost 140. Let's rev it up to 150. So now we're getting into realms of shots you might hit on golf courses a little more frequently than trying to hit a 100-yard 7-iron. And so my pattern, apparently today, trying to work through some of these shorter shots, is to hit an awesome little chunk hook. 130. So I'm going to rev this up again. See if I can get that 140 7-iron. Still a little left. That's probably about $140. 134. That's within the window. Let's go out to 150 again. And what we're trying to do when we work through this drill is I want to get a sense of what my miss is when I try to shorten my swing up and how I can best correct it. So I'm going to try and work on getting some verticals. I think I'm just getting lazy with downswing. So I'm going to try and post up a little sooner, see if that'll help me get it back online. Definitely got more solid. Still smothered it a little bit. Better distance, I bet you. Pretty close to my number, 150 total. See if I can get 150 online. That's straighter. It's gonna be the club. Now I am fighting a headwind at the moment. I'll take it. So, don't think this is gonna max yardage. I probably got about a full club short, which is why I'm struggling at these longer yardages. I think it doesn't go as far as I think. Let's see if I can get it out there 160 this time. Nope. And it's left. 150 again. All right, Walter. Let's see if I can hit a shot. So let's see if we can get out there 160. Boom. A little better turn. Post up. Now let's hit better. So that does. That's going to be close to 160. 160 total. A little left. Let's see if we can get back on target. So like right now, as a viewer, right, you're probably getting bored of me practicing, but what I'm doing is I'm looking at how the ball is going left. So I'm trying to figure out how am I going to make this ball not go left on this next swing. I want to try and really control the club face a little better, not release it so hard, that hooking pattern, and try and get this thing to shoot out to the right a little bit better for me. So that's more on line. Probably not going to be 160. $150. Again, this headwind, a little bit of a savage here right now. Let's see what we got here. So again, let's work on this again. Try and get a 167 iron. I stepped on that a little more. Wind's eating it up at the moment. 150. Man, I tell you what. Old coach here might have to send one to get it go 160 today. There's your 160. So now the cool part is, when I normalize this data on TrackMan, see what it does real fast. Pop out a screen. Yeah. The wind value today, and I'll put this up on the video in the bottom. That was a 187 iron. That only went 160. And so we learned a little bit about wind. And that's what I'm kind of saying. Like, we're learning to control the yardage, because I had to absolutely hammer that. And I was kind of getting concerned about my strength being quarantined away from the gym. Try another one here. Go after it a little bit again. So that into wind value starts to really hurt a little bit. And that's a 130 ball speed with a 7 iron. It's going 165. Again, if I slip out of screen real quick to show you the TrackMan data, we normalize that. That was a 184 carry. That's just harsh. 20 miles an hour wind. So, obviously, when we work on this practicing, we want to learn how to control the trajectory. When we control that trajectory, we can start to learn how to control our distance. So, knowing that I have to go for it to get 164, 160 carry, I'm going to bring it back again. I'm going to try to hit a 147 on it again. That was a number I kind of struggled around, 140, 130. See if I can hit like a 147 iron. Kind of low, keep it out underneath the wind. That's toey, so it's not going to get there. That'll be that one. That's going to be 120. Whew. Don't hit that shot on the golf course, Walter. That was 130. Not bad. Would have come up a little short, but maybe we're rolled up on the front of the green. Try to get 140 carry again. That should be good. What was that one? 44 carry. And so this is just good practice to work on controlling shots. Let's go down to 120 again. See if I can dial it down again. And what I'm doing when I'm controlling these trajectories, I'm controlling my tempo, the speed of my club. That was perfect. 118 carry. And I'm working on not really trying to, obviously everybody talks about decels, but what I like to think about is if I just had to slow the whole metronome down, and I'm going like 60% to hit these little 127 irons, instead of going at it with a little bit of steam to hit that 7-iron normal. I'm thinking about just trying to smooth the tempo. And if you get lazy, like I tend to get lazy, I'll hit a chunk toe hook, kind of my pattern. So I went 110 because that's exactly what just happened. So again, I'm still trying to maintain good use of the ground, even though I'm trying to control my yardage. That was better. And so the key is you don't get lazy as you control your distance. You're still doing all the same stuff. What you're doing is different, is that you're still trying to create the same pressure, same push, the same movement. You're just not trying to do it as hard or as high. So what I relate this to is like, did you jump and hit the rim, or did you jump and barely clip the top of the net with your fingertips? And so let's hit one last one here. I'm trying to hit like a little soft 100-yard 7-iron one more time. Oh, I think I might have hit too good. Probably like 108. Ooh, 101. How about that? So the other part of this drill I think you find very useful is if you do have a radar of some kind, whether it be SkyTrack, TrackMan, FlightScope, Foresight Quad, whatever, start to learn how to gauge how far you're hitting it by guessing before the number pops up. So TrackMan populates the carry and the total. So I can sit here and guess the carry all day as I'm hitting these shots to try and be like, I think I went this far, I think I went that far. And I have a lot of my players, I try to challenge that on them to create a better awareness of how hard they're hitting it so that they're not becoming numb to the number on the screen. I'm forcing them to guess the yardage while the ball is in the air so that way they can do it. If you don't have a radar, you're looking at it down range, you can go, say you lay to the flag at 105, and you hit a shot, and while the ball's in the air, is it going to get there or is it not? And it's amazing what the brain does, while we talk about that, it's amazing what the brain does when you try and hit a 105-yard shot, and you know in the air it's not going to get there. But when you're standing over the ball, you don't know how hard to hit it. Kind of weird little brain stuff there that we'll talk about in other videos. But when you get the ball in midair, guess it before it starts falling to the ground. Is it going to get there? Is it going to be short? Is it going to be long? If you have a radar, guess a number, and start to learn to control your yardages and learn how to practice better. So that way you can spend a little time not just trying to flag 7-irons all day at full steam, but learn how to control your craft and control the yardages through your set. So you can do a 7-iron, you can do a 5-iron, you can do a pitch and wedge, but start at like half the yardage of your golf club that it should go. So again, 180 for a 7-iron. I start at 90, work my way up, trying to hit every 10 yards. And then, like I say, if you can't do that, just find flags that are around that yardage that you can best guess it. And then from there, when you have to call on that shot on the golf course, you're not nervous. You've done it, you've practiced it, and you can be good at it. So here's another great way for you to practice. If you like these types of tips, let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave me some good, interesting things that you want to hear me do for videos in the future. Talk to you soon.